What's up, Roo Roo? What's up, baby? Dang it, I forgot that again. Oh, well. Good morning, Nikki. I swear I just heard somebody yell, hey. Anybody else hear that? When you're in the middle of nowhere and you hear somebody yell, hey. It's so weird. This mountain is so weird because sound echoes off of it from miles away. If the wind is right, like it's kind of like when you're on the lake and you're talking shit about somebody fishing on the other side of the lake by you and they can hear every word you're saying. You can't hear nothing down there, but I just heard it again. Maybe it's an owl. There ain't nobody for miles. Somebody come out of the woods, lost. Be like, don't cross that fence if you're lost. No, I swear I heard hay. I was at the lake yesterday fishing. It was only me. I was on the dock of our little local lake. Well, I'll take it back. There was one other guy on the dock with me, some squirrel bait guy. And this guy pulls in this new pickup, this big bass boat. And I just went out there to see if anything was biting. I didn't bring my boat or nothing. And a few minutes, he got his boat unstrapped and everything ready to backed it in, pulled up again the bank. And I never turned. I never even looked backwards. I just knew what was going on behind me and I could hear him. And I mean, I was catching some big ass red ear. And I hear, Brent, hey, Brent. And he's way behind me across the parking lot. He just parked his truck, pulled his boat off. And I hear, Brent. And I turn around. He's like, I'm a subscriber. That's all he said. He got his boat, took off. I was like, hell yeah. Roo Roo is going to be a tank, that's for sure. Yeah, all he said was, I'm a subscriber. I don't know, but if you're back out there again today and you don't see me in my boat, it's kind of rude not to ask me to get on your boat with you, even though I'm dirty and scroungy ass. I'll try to keep my live bait contained on your carpet. They're building a house way over across those fields. I think that's who I'm hearing talking. Yeah, I hear like a radio now. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, she's trying it. She'll get her a couple little nips. It looks like her throat is like pinched off trying to get out of that trough. I'm in Northwest Arkansas. Sorry. I'd like to take a moment. I don't know if y'all been on the internet long this morning or not, but I'd like to take a moment this morning and say a little prayer for old Mike. I've been watching that video, and I can't help but just be like, I just kind of cringe a little bit. But I know I got my ass chewed yesterday, because of Mike. So I feel like this could go down in history, getting everybody into an HR meeting with their wife, how to act. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, you will eventually. Just stay online for a minute. You'll see what happened to Mike. Mike was a lineman, or is a lineman, out of town, and got caught on a video dancing with some other girls. Let's just say me and Rufus was actually talking about it today, and me and Rufus both think that he's innocent. Rufus, I told Rufus, I said, there's video evidence, Rufus. And he's like, Rufus basically said, fuck him. That's Rufus's attitude, though, but poor old Mike. Don't say that. If you're around your wife right now, do not say poor Mike to anybody. I can't help feel bad for the guy. Best thing you can do is just say, that dirty son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Even though you're kind of pulling for Mike underneath, just say, you dirty, rotten bastard. Especially if you're around your wife. Rufus said, man, the problem is the girlfriend of the friend he was dancing with posted it. It went mega viral. Mike has a tattooed wedding ring on, and his wife, the video rolled because it had her husband in it, rolled in front of her on the For You page. And she said, that's my husband, and he's trying to explain to our 2 children right now. Because the girl said, I met my soulmate last night. We're trying to find him. I don't even know that Mike is his name. Probably isn't. I'm just speaking on behalf of not experience of not giving the right name back when I was younger. What had happened was, damn right, Nancy, one time at a conference, one of I worked for conferences a long time ago. You know what? I'm gonna never mind. Never mind. It ain't the time. It ain't the time. It ain't the time. You know what I'm saying? We're already all on, like, we all got 2 strikes because of Mike yesterday, okay? No, but Mike is just turned up. Like, I was watching some videos and everybody was going, like the birds off my Finding Nemo, Mike. Like, you could tell Mike was turned up. Now, I don't know that anything happened, but I know the song they put with it. I went out last night. I don't know. Well, Mike had his head buried in this gal's hair right by her ear. His face is the worst thing I saw happen, and that's bad. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. And the worst part about it is, it's going to be on the internet forever. Yeah, that's a friggin' problem. That's a friggin' problem, boys. Because I was like, man, he's out there and he's dancing. He can't dance. He's just having a great time. He just living his best life. He's out of state, working on power lines, and then I mean, and you can see his face clear as day. Like the camera's like 4 inches from his face. Mike, Mike probably is going to get deleted. Um, I'm going to tell you this though. It ain't right now, but just when there ain't no. Nah, actually, I'm going to shut up about that too. Mike, he's up shit creek, boys and girls. That's all I can tell you. You have fun. Hey, I appreciate you dropping in for a second, Nancy Adventure. I don't know what we're going to do today. The wind's not blowing. I thought, hell, yeah, his children seeing it is bad. It is bad. I'm not laughing about that part of it. That part is bad. But I'm just the whole dynamics of the internet and how it works and Mike and just his wife, I think, has 1 million likes. The right thing to do would have been to remove the video if you were that other girl yesterday. He has a tattooed on wedding ring. I mean, the guy looks like he's maybe 20 something. Don't worry, you'll see Mike, Toby. Okay, there's only 458 people on here. Here's what I'm thinking about doing, guys. Y'all tell me if this will be funny. I'm thinking about posting a video, just us. This is what happens if you're just us on here. Wait a second. You sons of bitches. 455, 3. Look, I seen the number jump up. I didn't say anything. I just saw it go from 450 to 308 when y'all heard me say that. Anyways, here's what I was thinking about doing though. I think we should say that I got to give. Did y'all see it? Y'all seen it? Y'all fumbling around with your phones and everything else. I got in deep shit over that deal actually. Big Boss is nice on camera, but she's mean. I love you guys. I actually gained followers on that deal. I told Big Boss I didn't. Thank you. Good morning, love Rufus and the crew. We love you guys. I'll be honest with you, I actually get excited to come over here and stream live with you guys because you guys tell me how many negative comments have you seen on here? We had somebody mad because I eat steak every once in a while the other day, but that was about it. Yeah, we broke 500,000. Yeah, I know, man. She actually was not happy about that. And you know, it was during the live, and I keep forgetting you can go back and watch those. 500,000, man. That's crazy to me. I try to figure out why we got 500,000 followers. I think me giving a voice to these guys and showing their personality is because I've always been one to give something a personality. And I feel like I got it pretty spot on for everybody. We've got the fancy princess. We got the just grungy ass. I've actually given Rufus the same personality as me pretty much. We're both just nasty. And we both like to try to sneak up on each other and other people. And we mess with each other all the time. The problem is I get him, that's okay, he gets me, then we're done with our videos. So, man, I'm not leaving this spot for a little bit. I'll tell you what we'll do. Redford's funner in the afternoon. If it's not pissing and pouring this evening, wait, I've missed somebody say something. I forget to say y'all's name. Jason, Breast Defense funds for HR, please. That ain't no shit. Thank you. I appreciate that, Jason. You know, when Big Boss is actually mad at me, she does that disappointment thing. And that's like, like if she's yelling and cussing at me, well, she doesn't cuss much. So if you get her cussing, you done something. Actually, cusses quite a bit because I do something quite a bit. But if she's like disappointed, you know, she's just like when I come home and I was like, "Can you see my shoulder? I got my shirt is glued to my back where there is blood running down my shoulder." And she's just kind of looking at me and like, "Love watching Rufus and the crew. Roo Roo is my new favorite." She just kind of looks at me and just like, "Well, you know," because she's city, and she's like, "Brent, you know, when I'm around Rhonda, you remind me time and time again not to get between her and her baby. Just stay on the outskirts, let the baby come to you." And now I'm watching this video, and I see you running backwards, and I see where Rhonda's at, and I see you just having the time of your life until you get toasted. Oh, the April Fools. I'm gonna say I gotta give Rufus back. How many people are in here? I'm gonna say the farmer, I made a 6-year investment on Rufus when I bought him. And if he turned out, I had to give him back to the farmer at whatever I paid for him. And I'm gonna turn the comments off, and I'm gonna put that on here and on TikTok, and I'm gonna be real sad ass looking. What do y'all think? Think anybody will buy it if I turn the comments off? They'll all be questioning though. They'll all be questioning. I'm gonna turn the comments off. Last year, so I don't know if y'all know this or not, but there's a brand of barbecue sauce that's a Rufus brand. See, I should have waited and not even told you guys. There's a Rufus brand barbecue sauce. It comes out of Texas somewhere. Well, somebody sent me, not the store, but yeah, because y'all gonna all run to the comments like a bunch of, you know, even though you know it ain't right, but you're still gonna go to the comments. You know what I mean? And then when they're off, you're gonna go, last year or the year before, I said I went and opened my freezer, and it was the year before. It was like right when that video of me and Rufus coming to run Redford off when he had me hung up behind that tree. That happened in late winter, early spring. Well, right after that, is when I made a video. I opened my freezer up, and I had taken a bunch of fresh beef, and it all was in the white packages, said fresh beef, and I wrote Rufus on a whole bunch of them. I laid that barbecue sauce on top of them, and I said, "We were able to finally get Rufus in the house with us or something," and posted it. Oh my gosh, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, nobody stayed to watch the end of it. As soon as they saw it, they deleted me. The first part of it. And it was only like a little 100-pound pile. I was thinking, ain't nobody ever gonna buy it because this freezer would be overflowing. Man, that was not cool to a lot of people. I thought it was funny. Nobody even got that there was a bottle of Rufus barbecue sauce in there. Anytime I think people will pay attention to something, y'all catch something else in the background or something on the side or something that I don't even see. It's so funny to see how everybody's sense of humor picks up stuff. Usually, if you put something in the background, that'll get more attention. They was pissed. Oh, people were pissed. That video was pirated, of course. And they still post it every once in a while. And I'll get some hate here and there. And I'm like, matter of fact, I don't know where this deal came from that said saying goodbye to Rufus. Okay, Roo Roo, we'll get in there. But there's a deal, you know, I get calls, emails. I knew that was coming. She was looking at me like, let's come over here. I don't like being by Rufus. Get my back too. Oh yeah. Y'all want to see what happens? She's going. Look at Rhonda. That's what she should look like, okay? That's a good weight right there. Look how much skinnier she looks. Well, I stepped in a big pile of shit, but look how much skinnier she looks. That cow, that breed just looks sorry. Now she's nursing a baby, but that's just how they look. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look at this sucker. Let me turn this around so I can see what the hell's going on here in case y'all start talking bad about me or something. Where's the little spinner arounder button at? Oh, it's behind this. I'm liable to hang up. Okay. Oh, whacked her right in the head. Ow. Look at how much bigger she got overnight. Like, I feel like, hey, hear those ears flap? Sound like a tarp. Ow, god dang it. Hey, I need to get the big boss over here in the mornings. That's when she's really feeling it. I feel like I'm filling up the whole camera. Ow. Is there a way to zoom out on this? No. Girl. Oh my god. I never had a heifer calf. Oh. Hey. Hey, come on. Roo Roo is a little, she's something else. Thank you so much. Who is that? Crow Eater. I've seen you before on here. I always remember that name. That's my life story, eating crow. Ow! What do you say? Today, should we let her sister in here now? I think she's mobile enough. Mama's doing good enough. I think I'll open the gate up down there today. And let, I think I'm gonna put Ruby. We know Ruby's pregnant. We don't know if Ruth is pregnant. I think we'll let Ruby and, I'm not Roo Roo, but Ruby and Ruth on this side. There's more grass over here. Ruby's for sure pregnant. Thought she knocked my wallet out again. I'm gonna tell you right now though, guys, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings with this, but I would say that that neither one of them are gonna be welcome around Rhonda. Now, I might be wrong, but I've seen this a million times. Because those two are gonna chase this baby around, and most likely they're gonna get stomped out by mama. Because it's the same with them as it is with me. Yeah. Even though they're only separated by a barbed wire fence and maybe this much width, they will all have a pecking order, and they will. I'm not sure what, I'll be honest with you though, with that said, I'm not sure what Roo Roo is gonna do, because she's way more aggressive than those two were ever. I'm not sure what Roxanne will do, because Ruby is her daughter. Ruth is Roxanne's daughter. I'd rather them be on this side. I'd rather Ruby be over here when she has her baby, because Redford is so goofy. He's not like Rufus. Rufus watches out for the babies. Redford just will step on them and all kinds of weird shit. Let me turn this back around. Which side do you guys like me on? I like to be behind it where y'all can see. Unless I'm getting attacked. House builder is going to be here at noon. House builders, barn builders going to be here at noon. And Look how big she's gotten. Like, I know she looks little on camera. What's Roxanne looking at? Worst case scenario, you'll have to. No, we don't have a hamburger. Yeah, I'm trying to make a deal with them to do I really don't have the funds to do both at the same time, but they're making a deal with me to do both at the same time. So I'm like, well, love starting my day with your live feed, Roo Roo. It's fun to watch. Yeah, when I get some power out here, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Charlotte Wheeler. I know some Wheelers. I guess that's not a real uncommon name. Hey. I mean, she's going to be a problem. I'm not really sure what that's going to turn out to be. I'm going to tell you this, most likely, she is not going to let us see her baby. It's hard to say. What is on your shoulder? I don't want to be around. Thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. She doesn't want me to go that way for some reason. She loves the Ranger, by the way. Mama's looking at us with one eye. I cannot. Oh, right in the kneecap. Oh, you dickhead. Let me show you all this. I'm used to getting beat up by everything. She'll back up. I think I showed y'all yesterday. Her nose and her lip turn black. Look. Look, it's black. Uh-oh. Did you already eat the 50 pounds of feed? I feel like we haven't been on here but just a few seconds. Well, Rufus is doing. Rhonda's holding steel, which they normally won't stand in front of a bull. It's been long enough. She should have already cycled, and hopefully she did not breed on that cycle for her sake. Come on, man. I got chiggers on me yesterday down in there. Rufus got a couple flies on. Not real bad. The video where I'm getting on his back, the reason he looks so small and he's leaning in that video is because he's in a hole. And just curious why all the RNAs watching from Duncan, Oklahoma. You're not too far from us, actually. Man, Jay, I really wish I had a JR. I really wish I had a good story for that. But my daughter, I don't know what the show is they're talking about, but there was a show, Roxanne, or a song, Roxanne, kind of a kid song, not the one that you're thinking of. And Paisley was really good at pronouncing R's. And she was only... Rufus's birthday is actually in... I think it's the 15th. So we're going to have a big old birthday party for him like we do every year. But the girls made the names, and Roxanne and Rufus. Rufus was a dog's name, and Paisley was going through that that time, and Rufus just reminded us of a dog when he was little. And I wish I had a good story. I don't have one. And I usually have a good story for everything. I can't even make one up. I don't even know a good one I could make up for it. I think there was a higher power at work because when I got Rufus, because he is the most identifiable crooked ass horn, goofy bastard. Red, he's got a different red to him. Hey, come on, man. I got chiggers on me and shit down here yesterday. I'm gonna go over this way. Oh, that spot. This is what he don't want me to do right here, so we may as well stop to see Ronald. Hang on, Roo Roo. See, Rhonda's getting close. I promise you, Rufus, I'm not gonna breed anybody here, okay? He says, damn right you're not. Damn right. Roo Roo, you're gonna get me run over again. I'm trying to get to this tree down here. I'm not doing it. God dang it. I knew that was gonna happen. Damn. Did you hear Rhonda? She gave me the Now she's not big and thick anymore. She's lost her weight. And she gets your ass right now. And Roo Roo, I told you about that shit. She's a little more spry now. Well, I got my blood pumping a little bit. We're on the side of a hill. The angle is about like this. So it makes it real convenient to run on. I don't have anything in my pockets. Yeah, I'm fine. I just saw my reenactment of last week, though. Well, I would have been fine, but I was committed to the content on that one. I had both hands on my phone. That was in super slow-mo, and then I slowed it down 10 times again for the frame that she's in on that video, if y'all saw it. That's how fast that all happened. And then after she left the frame, I turned it back just on slow motion. I only got like 1 or 2 frames of her head, but you can see her eyes squinted shut. What it is, and these guys, if you play with them every day, they get used to you every day. If you take a day or 2 off, they kind of, I know. What happened was I just got these saying, don't get between her and her mom. Well, Shitbird here run behind me, and she was like, oh, you trying to cut me off from my kid? Rufus is up here going, you ain't breeding nobody on this place, I can guarantee you that, which that was never a thought. But Rufus wants to make sure of that. Come on, man. Down here in the fucking bushes again. That's Rufus. I got a pile of trees here. I left this little line of trees right here in this corner just for such an occasion. Dude, I'm gonna whack you with something. Look at his foot just bury. That's why we can't have nice things, Rufus. Go back around here. Hang on a second. I don't know why this phone stand started this wobbling shit either. An extra box of oatmeal cream pies for Rufus. I get like mobbed if I bring oatmeal cream pies in here. I think I can slap him on the ass right there. I'm gonna pat him on the butt. I'm not gonna slap him on the butt, okay? Let's see if I can do it. Y'all ready? He's gonna jump really hard. Probably. Good game, Roo. Good game. Why do I want to do it again? That was a pat. Man, you see that foot though? That foot right there. I'd say I'll land somewhere over there somewhere if he sweeps that thing out. That's the only problem. But he's standing downhill. He's standing downhill real hard. He can't really do much right there. Hey, Roo. Hey, brother. He's like on the side of this hill. How you gonna feel him there? I think we could scratch him right there, actually. I think something's scratching there. This tree break off and I fall on top of him would be awesome. Yeah, this is the less dangerous end actually. You know, I've never really felt his tail. I've never pulled Rufus's tail. Why did that feel so satisfying at the same time? A little bit scary. He's pointed down this real ass steep hill, and he's in soil that he's buried up to his claws. Yeah, no shit. I looked up at that tree to see if it was dead. I was like, if this son of a bitch snaps off and I fall on top of him, end up right down underneath his belly right there, this pecker hits you in the side of the head. Okay. Now this is the more dangerous end. Hey, Bubba. Let me scratch this side of you. If you won't break my new phone stand. Now he's up here on the side of the hill where we can see him here. I used to pet you all the time. We used to be like best friends, and you didn't have to show me how mean you were, how tough you were. Look at him, man. He is fully loaded. Can y'all hear him? That's a bad spot. I know bad spots when I see a bad spot. Okay, y'all be careful. Do you like this or no? Like, I'm confused. Making your hair look better. I feel like the huffing is a sign that you don't like it, but also do like it. What do y'all think? No or yes? Okay. Actually, we'll keep going. Yes. I used to have a rake, a leaf rake. And it actually worked really well for this. I can't get his head and his back in the frame. Yeah, there. Now we're standing on level ground with each other. Really changes the angle when he's in a hole. Or do you want me to scratch you back here? question. What's better? He's always got the thinnest fur, but see, it's like splatchy red. I've seen that, and that's not thicker, thinner hair. I see that in the new baby Roo Roo. I've got a couple pictures of him where he's in the sun, and he's got like it's a strange red and light and dark red. Don't forget, we're standing by an angry bull while we're talking. And I wish he wasn't angry, but it's good though. At least let me scratch a little bit. I bet the other side of him got flies on it. Let's scratch his belly, see what he thinks about that. He's so damn close to the camera here. Let's let me zoom some. I can't back up zoom on this either. He's always loved to be scratched. Just not by me. Well, I think I can scratch you with my hand now. He's baiting us in, man. He's smarter than we give him credit for. He's like, yeah, that stick's working. Now just get on up there. If y'all only, some of y'all know, but if y'all only knew how fast he actually is. Remember the math we did? It's 10 feet. No, it's 20 feet for every 2 feet. So we need 20 foot of separation for every 2 foot before we get to some cover. So we're breaking all the rules. We're not real tense right now. Woo! Look at that hair come off you, Rufus. It is nice to be able to pet him. It's a terrible time, honestly. That was wrong. He didn't come over here to get pets. He came over here to keep me away from Rhonda. I wish I could stand right here so y'all could really see what our height is to each other. I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. What up, Bubba? What you doing? You want me to scratch some more? Look, his eye is actually round right now. That's good. He hasn't been doing that good in a long time. Famous last words. Can we scratch some more? See how round his eye is? It's like when he gets a treat. His eye's not squinchy. Rufus, are we friends again right now? This doesn't last long, but we'll take it. Are we friends again? I ain't touching his belly, man. It's a sensitive deal. I wouldn't want him to scratch my belly. You and Rufus are boys, but we're not like that, okay? See, look. See how soft he is right now? Look at that. He's never like that. He's relaxed. Good job, Roo. Pretty damn rare. Y'all caught a rare moment right there. I know, it doesn't last long. Then you come strolling down here like your buds again. Maybe I should go buy a leaf rake again. That was what he liked. He's still not mad right now. Oh, here we go. Hey, God. Oh, here it comes. Man, I wish I could bottle that up and send it to you guys. See, right when you think you're friends, he takes his shit and throws dirt on you. That's why I never. God. That's a different poop than like their regular poop. That smells like a grown man just pooped. Jeez. Look at his tail. He got it all over his tail even. And if he flips his tail, man, and that gets on me, we're gonna make a break for it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen, cow shit doesn't stink, guys. It really doesn't. But Rufus's shit smells so bad. No, I do not want that on me, dude. Like, it smells like there's food in it or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's nasty. Look, I mean, it like sprayed. Hope y'all are eating breakfast. Yuck is right. Now look, he's got me going towards Rhonda. So I had some pretty decent panels, but Rufus went through that whenever I was catching the girls the other day. It's been a while back. That round bell I had sitting up here where they could eat it, nice level spot, good spot. He's got it wedged all the way down into that brush pile now. Well done, sir. Makes it really convenient to get to all the sides. See, if anything ever happens to me, if y'all will rewatch the video, I have a natural sense to go in the direction that is like the worst direction. If you watch any of the videos where Rufus charges me, it's because I'm going towards one of the girls. And it's the one that he's protecting at the time. If you really watch, 874 likes, 1,000 people. We're close. That's not bad. That's 87%, right? That's better than we all did in school, at least me. If you're watching this, probably you too. Good morning from DC. We're mathing. 901, 902. I see people bobbling their phones around. 948. We're gaining. I forgot. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not allowed to call anybody lazy bastards anymore. That deal got axed. I remembered because I went through Redford's Gate. I think it's where I done that at. I went through Redford's Gate, fleeing for my life with a ranger the other day in the evening. And I looked down and there was 1,600 people. We had like 790 likes or something. I was like, nobody hits the like button when anything crazy's happening. Everybody just watches. I don't even know that it helps me. I don't even know why I brought it up. I think it does. Call me lasered bastard. I don't care. Yeah. I almost said to the big boss when she was saying that, I almost said, does that even sound like something I would say to people? It have just solidified it. Infinity Shadows too, thank you. Hi there, can I ask out of curiosity what breed Rufus is and how heavy they are? Thank you. Sure. Rufus is actually crossed up between a couple different breeds. His dominant breed, which he's about 50 to 60%, is Hereford. And then he's got some Simmental in him. And if you see the two tones of red, you can see it now when his coat gets short. Good morning from Antarctica. Well, dang. That's way up there. But you can see the two tones of red. There's some Simmental, some Hereford, and then some Holstein. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but your pretty black and white cows and your cows that look like a deer, your Jerseys and your Holsteins, the dairy cows, the bulls are the craziest, in my opinion. This is only my opinion. But anything with some dairy blood in it, if you don't know much about cows, if you cross some dairy in there, you don't have the muscle frame. You don't have the muscle, the meat for beef. Dairy is different. Rufus, if you shit again right here, dude, nobody wants to watch you take a shit. Yes, I think if we'd have weighed him about 2 weeks ago, we'd have had way over 3,000 pounds. But I think now that he's chasing green grass, and when they start to see where all of them went, like Roxanne's over there picking weed out of the brush pile, Ron's down here eating some hay, so they're traveling. So I think he would have went over 3,000 by quite a bit, and then now he's lost some weight because he's moving around. It's chasing grass, what we call it. Not to talk about the bull, let's talk about how cute his owner is. It's a big boss. I was like, man, you're gonna be in so much trouble with the big boss sees that message. Wait, did you say that about me or Rufus? Wait a second. Enough talking about you flirt with me on the internet. Wait, you can't even see me though right now. I'll take it. Y'all straighten up, everybody. We were just going through the verses of Kumbaya and talking about how Mike, we don't appreciate Mike and what he did, and that what else was it? Don't even ask about Mike if you're a man or a wife. Actually, if you're a wife, don't even look it up. Actually, all it's gonna do is make you chew your husband's ass today, because who knows which one is actual. Big boss flirting with me. Oh wait, that wasn't Big Boss. Oh, you can't tag people in here, babe. They just did you in the comments. I just saw Big Boss. Hey, Rufus. Wait, I swear they tagged her. Wait, did I miss somebody's comment? Kieran James, thank you. Kieran Love. Man, I'll tell you what, you guys must see the comments before me, because y'all like stuff way before I see it. Or Or maybe they can't tag you in the comments. I don't know. She's going to do her hairdo right now. Listen, I like the look at this. I want y'all to see what my son just sent me. And now this just made me a little sick, but can y'all see this? Well, if my screen wasn't off. Look what my son just sent me. Dad, I got a girl pregnant. I don't think your pecker's long enough. First off, son, if you're watching this live. Cool, thank you. Can you say hi to Rufus for me? Love the video and would love to see more of them in the future. Yeah, you bet. That boy is an hour and a half or 2 hours late to, what time is it actually? Oh, it's 8:30. He's about 3.5 hours late to life right now. How heavy is Redford? I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to take him and depending on how fast we get this barn built, yeah, I know we've got some pretty evil jokes to play today. Do you have thoughts of getting any more female scimitar maybe? I really haven't. I think the next thing we're going to get is two different things. First off, I really want a ostrich, not an emu. I want a great big ostrich so Rufus can't hurt it. And then I want, I don't know where that came from, but I would like a mini Hereford. This is just my dreams, guys. It's not what I'm doing, but I want a mini Hereford like Rufus that I can fight so that we can just throw down fight. Because, you know, they get up to about 500 pounds. He's twice the size of me still, but he's still big. And then, RX. Maybe you should pet him more. Maybe. Hey, Bubba. He got kind of an angry face going right there. And then, yeah, there was one at a cow. There was one at an auction about 2 weeks ago, and I saw it pop up on here. There's an auction that comes on here. Or no, maybe it was on TikTok. I don't know where it was at, but the lady goes through and she live feeds what's in the auction that day. Anyways, a little girl had brought a Hereford bull in, and this thing was a pet for sure. What's you from? Dublin, Ireland. Rufus, come on, dude. Ireland. Some Herefords. Some Hereford and sucking cows. High question, have you been attacked by them? Yes. I got rolled up my ball the other day by Rhonda. I got healed up of that. Rufus took me to, me and Rufus went to a fence one day, and there's a video on here. I don't know if you can pin videos on here, but there's one on here where he just tries to blast me, and I go around a round bell as I'm running as hard as I can run, and his head touches my side of my leg as I go around a round bell. Then he fires the round bell, not the one that I bounce off the round bell, but it's in that same area, but it's raining real hard. And that was the day that I thought my number was up, actually. The one where he took me through a fence, I was more mad, but the day that he hit that round bell with me running, who said that anyways? I forgot to say. Or did I? David. Yeah, he's not playing. Like, Rufus is not really nice, honestly. To men, to girls, I don't trust him around girls. Donna, thank you. But like, it's weird, but he's totally different around girls. I put a wig on one day, a long blonde wig, and me and Paisley had the bright idea. We went over to Walmart and grabbed a wig, and we grabbed some perfume and a girl shirt, and he let me walk right in. He let me walk right in. I had sunglasses on, big sunglasses, and you sell wolf tickets, yeah. Rufus, the scariest part, the most dangerous part about Rufus is he has busted out into a charge for no reason. Multiple times, at least 4 to 5 times. He's been standing, and that's why I'm so jumpy. He was standing. 2 last things I forgot to ask. Could you give Rufus a hug for me? How old is Rufus? I have given Rufus a hug. Like anything else, there's a good time and a place for it. Right now, if I had some treats in my pockets, I probably still wouldn't. If I had somebody here with me, I might try it. I'm not near as brazen when it's just me here by myself. Unless I'm in the Ranger or something. Because, man, I'll tell you what. You see that round bell down there in that brush pile? That's what bulls do. They don't stop. Like, he wouldn't be attacking me. He would just, if you got knocked out, he would just keep wadding you up and rolling you up and wadding you up until you end up smashed up into a brush pile. Unfortunately, and that would be sad. Yeah, once you get over this head, once you get in this area here, his whole head, I know it kind of looks soft, but it's hard as a piece of steel. And if he hits you, best advice from charging bull, stand your ground. Hell no. Hell no. Do not stand your ground to a charging bull. There's one animal. Grizzly bear charging you, you're screwed pretty much anyways, but stand your ground, the grizzly bear. Rufus is charging you, he's not going to stop. He is not 100,000% going to stop. I don't care what you do, he ain't going to stop. If I'm giving bad advice to run, yeah, I've been around them a long time. Now, a cow, they'll bluff you 90% of the time. Maybe even more than that. A cow will bluff you. Let me just speak on the behalf of Rufus. Rufus does not bluff. Zero bluff. Redford has never outright charged me. I've had Rufus, and this is why I'm so jumpy. I've had Rufus stand over here, facing that way, eating or doing whatever over here, and then you can see him in the camera just turn, and not even look, and come right at me, wide open, just digging in. That's why whenever the big boss said he's coming on that video with the baby, I had my back to it. I don't like turning my back to it. And they love, bulls love when you turn your back. So I'm always watching him in the screen of my phone, but I wanted Amanda to take my picture with the baby, so I didn't have my phone. So I'm having to trust her to tell me whether he's coming or not. Listen, these are words of advice. Action beats reaction, okay? 90% of the time. So if he's moving and then you react, chances are, so it's better to be getting some motion. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It's better to be getting some motion, get some momentum, get your body moving, and then evaluate whether he's locked up on you or not. That makes sense. Is there any hope in grabbing the balls in a roll? That's my. I made a video on here, and I said if a bull ever gets you down, and he's going over top of you, he said that actually. I appreciate that. Yeah, there is, David. That actually is what I recommended in my how-to video. Yeah, there was people. I got so many comments saying this was so misinformative and it was a joke. I said when they're coming over you. So one spot a bull has a hard time seeing is right down underneath of them, which is it's pretty much game over anyways. But right in here is kind of a blind spot. So what they'll do is they'll start spinning on top of you. And then you got, if he's rotating on one front foot, he can have 2,000 pounds on that foot. So that foot looks kind of small from here, but it's about the size of a 3-pound coffee can. But he can have up to 3,000 pounds of weight. A lot of people don't know, but a bull, see how far their back legs are? Front legs. And they got all that weight hanging off the front. So they carry, I think it's 70% of their weight on their front feet. 30 or 40% on their back feet. So back feet are better to get stepped on, in my opinion. None of them are with him. Yeah, I took a day yesterday. It was so damn windy that I built my pad. I got a bunch more of my pad done. The builder's coming out at 1 today. So I'm gonna do some more working on that so they don't think I'm an idiot and I can make a level pad. Well, you might as well watch. You never know. Damn, we got more likes than people. I'm proud of you guys. Is that because Big Boss showed up? So proud of you guys right now. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't even know where the like button on live is on here. Do I have nightmares? Actually, no. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what it is. Me and my dad was the same way. Anytime an animal tries to get you, man, it just ends up, here it comes, dirt in the face. It makes you mad. If you're around them, I don't know why. Come on, man. Oh, here we go again. Oh my God, look at the tail. Woo-hoo-hoo. Everybody's like, give that old Rufus a battle. He just shit on his tail on purpose. I mean, he's gonna sling that on me and I'm gonna throw up. Good God, he's so mad right now. Yeah, I think Rufus would like a nice hot bath. Well, he shit on his own tail on purpose. And now he's about to whip me with it, man. This tree cannot get narrower, honestly. Like I am standing, I look like a toothpick behind this, so when he watches a fly. Nikki, hello everyone. Love Rufus. There's my #1 Rufus fan right there. I'm telling you, that girl. We're trying to keep getting swacked here. guys, Nikki, do you have a YouTube page? I don't know if you do or not, actually. Or do you post on it? And if you do, I'm sorry for not following it. Dude, I'm telling you. What he's doing, if you watch what's going on right now, if you've ever been around deer, whitetail deer, other animals, mark a spot. He's showing me this is his spot. So he'll pee and poop and everything right here, and then he'll try to rub his face in it. Not in the crap, but he'll rub his face on the ground there. They've got glands all over, and see, look, I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but there's some. So he's excreting some. Can y'all see? See it dripping stuff right there. I know it's gross, but listen, this is part of it. But he's marking a spot. I got so much shit in my eyeballs right now, Rufus. Man, I look for rodeo clown barrels, but have you seen how expensive they are? See, he's marked a spot. He's showing me my house, my spot. That's what he's saying. How's South Korea? Man, I'll tell you what, people watch from everywhere. Gonna give you pink eye. Do they breed back their own offspring? They will. He definitely will. We won't. We try to avoid any inbreeding. You can breed them back to their daughters once, I think, or twice. Somebody have to remind me on that without many issues. But a lot of farmers will change bulls every 2 to 3 years, so they can, if they're just going for meat. Otherwise, they become sterile. If you breed them back too many times, they won't be able to have babies anymore. And also, if you have a set of twins, I'm trying to remember how it goes. It's been so long since I've been around a set of twins. If you have a boy and a girl, somebody's going to have to remind me. If you have a boy and a girl, they're sterile. Or if you have 2 girls or 2 boys, they're sterile. I can't remember which way it is. Does anybody know? I was thinking about that the other day. So either if they're split or they're the same. You're dying laughing. What happened? I got shit on me. I got dirt in my eyeballs. We do have stickers. We have Rufus stickers, and a lot of people ask about the stickers, but the stickers are his head. It says Rufus the Bull, and it has his head with his crooked horns and part of his face. That's what you're seeing on the sticker. What would happen if you marked your territory? I don't really know. I piss everywhere, though. I'm a guy. As soon as I hear water running, whatever, I piss. So I don't know that it's ever really bothered him. I don't think that's a urine. I think it's something like, I don't know. There's not much of it that comes out. Some kind of, if I'm outside, I pee outside. I'd rather pee outside than inside. Is that weird? I feel like if you're missing out on life. What'd David do? Somebody sent something. I missed something. Hello, watching Rufus pee and poop from Tokyo, Japan. Can we see Rufus' face? Is he camera show? Actually, funny you say that. Nuh-uh, hey. Why'd you have to say something? I think he said mark your spot now or something, bitch, and I'll stand behind the tree. Bulls have so many different. I just sprayed him with fly spray. He's shedding his coat so bad. Right here, I don't know what it is about right up here on their back. There's a spot right here that is just, it smells so bad. It's just a gland, and then there's a spot right here. That's my stick there, Roof. See, it's so deceiving on this property. See, he's been standing way down the hill below me. Now he's standing level with us. Hello, everyone. Wait, did I miss the question there? Oh, no. That was if Tokyo, Japan. Are you from Tokyo, or are you traveling? Or I love seeing where people are from. I'm gonna be honest with you. When we opened our store, in a lot of different countries, you can't buy anything off our store because the shipping's so screwed up. Oh yeah, he's got flies on him. He just shit all over himself, man. Then he whips it around on his tail. Look, how am I gonna keep? Look, I love when people say they get flies on him. He got shit slung all over him. Like, how do you battle that? Can you see that? Can y'all see? That's what I'm dealing with. That's man poop. That's man bull poop. It is so gross. The girls, they just have like grass poop. It doesn't even stink. Not Rufus. It's like he purges his colon that's been like musked up. Nasty bastard. Why are you still standing here, man? Go eat or do something. There's a knit fly right there. Yeah, appreciate you zooming in on that, huh, guys? Think you're welcome. Oh, I had that knit fly caught. I was going to show them to you guys. Well, it wasn't even that. Like, our page is supposed to figure the shipping for us. And he's getting all weird right now. One day he got me behind a tree like this, and we had a battle. I got a damn tree here and some panels of shit here. Rufus wrecked. He turned around in my chute I had built. He turned around in it and made it big enough for him to turn around in. Let's just say that. So, anyways, those are $150 a piece. Done for. Is there to? What's wrong with his? We don't talk about those. We can't talk about the crooked horns. Rufus actually is left-handed. He does just about everything. I'm actually shocked right now he stopped facing this way. Oh shit, Texas. I need to remember those. I'm gonna tell you what. Hang on just a second. What is, like, everybody else went to eat. I'm gonna stop and buy him oranges, and I'm gonna throw a couple of lemons in there, and we'll feed him feed them oranges and lemons. I've got to where I come through so damn early now. Harps isn't open. But I'm gonna stop on my way back there and I'll get him. He actually loves them. Hey, man. See, this has gone on a little bit too long. Maybe if we move away from that spot. Let's try that. Maybe that's like cross this line. He actually, let's go down here and get my bottle of fly spray. Let him calm down a little bit. I'll tell you what, the only time that I get nervous is when Rufus really gets fired up. Like Redford doesn't make me nervous, but Rufus, he does make me nervous. Now, where did we leave that bottle of fly spray the other day is the question. I'm like a pack rat. I leave something everywhere I go. Take something else. Where was that? I was spraying it on them right here. Look, there you can tell my dad's been here. Oh yeah, I don't even pick those up. The old Bud Heavy can laying there. I leave those as mementos. I did see this. I thought this was kind of cool. There was an old house place here. And there's a few of these old pots. I don't know what's underneath that pile of rocks either. But that's suspiciously looking. And then there's another one right there. And I don't know. Oh yeah, we were looking for the spray bottle. Oh, there it is. I see it. What the hell is shaking around this thing? There's another buzzer can right there. Dead. That guy was a litter bug deluxe sandwich, man. You could tell about where he'd cut a load of firewood. There's about a 1/6 pack of Budweiser per load of firewood he cut. You done? You leaving us? Damn, them hogs been in here too. That's all right. We'll get them this fall when they get good and fat. I was picking up all those cans. I'll leave a few of them. There's their roundabout. Hey, who was that? Yeah, we got a few wild hogs around here. Shorty order. Everybody click the like. We're doing pretty good. We got more likes than people. I'm not even sure how that happens. I guess people coming in and out. Rufus, I was gonna spray you down again. Even though it's gonna rain tonight. I guess it won't hurt much. Something that's real satisfying. Not getting toasted by Rufus first off. What's up? You see all of them up on top of his back? What's this? Here we go. See him right there on that white? Dead meat, boys. Don't spray it upwind. It's okay. I need a little worming and fly spray too. Oh my God. Rufus, you nasty. Bulls are just nasty, man. I wish they weren't, but they just are. See, it looks like a, what are those hippos that do that with their shit, with their tail? One thing I think, he's normally pretty clean, but he's been up here showing me how big and bad he is. You know, you think about it, if you poop on yourself, like if you smeared poop on yourself and you try to start a fight with me, I'm not gonna fight you. So that's a tactic that's like above and beyond. Like if you got poop dripping off of you somewhere, I'm out. Or if you're naked. You wouldn't find another grown man naked either. Two different techniques that you don't see much. Right? I see dead flies all over him. Oop, I missed somebody. Good morning from Utah. Would you like to do this full time? Well, I'm trying it for the next couple months, full time. I took some time off work and I'm trying just doing this and getting the house framed up and the structure built. So between that, doing this, yeah, I would love to do this full time. We're getting a big enough subscriber count and followers on everything that it's coming right along, hopefully. Who wouldn't? What up, Chief? It's like a hobby. Yeah, it's getting bigger and bigger. I think we'll have 3 more calves this year, which will put us at what are we at right now? 9. That'll give us a dozen. And then next year we'll have, what is it, almost 5 more? So you made it for most of it. We got poop on us and yeah, I've thought about it, but I would rather make money off the ads and stuff and like I don't want to be I would like to make my living just off of sponsors and stuff like that, but I'm gonna be honest with you, that's a lot harder than you think. I've talked to everybody I talked to this week that I was pretty excited about, or last week I was pretty excited about. I didn't make any deals with. First off, they don't need any deals. What I found is, and I already knew this, but I never really thought about it, was that all these places are so far behind, they don't really need advertisement. They don't really need anybody to no, for real, ads don't make money. Yes, they do. Yeah, the ads, like when y'all are watching my videos, if I can keep y'all on there, and I don't try to do anything, I just try to video. I don't even edit. And maybe I should. Maybe I just want y'all to see what's going on without any edits. And if you stay, you stay. But like, I'm not changing anything about what I'm doing. Y'all came here to watch the way I'm doing it. I do all my edits, all my music, everything on my videos. I do it all myself. Me, by myself, on my phone. If y'all can believe that, which if you read the captions that are misspelled and run-on sentences and bad grammar, you should be able to believe it. No, I didn't. I'm not in the position for that. Like, if I ever get in that position, I would hate to be in that position. But I mean, like I said, I still have a full-time job. So, like what these guys make, it just goes straight to them. Like, whatever I make on these lives, whatever I make on the ads, everything I make. The t-shirts is what we've been building the barn and the house with. Those have done really, really well. So, I mean, it's not making us a fortune, but it's making us enough to get ahead of the game, enough to build stuff. Now, when I say we're building a barn and building a house barn, we're building the structure, if that makes sense. Now, it will have concrete, and it will have the structure, and it will have the rough end plumbing. But when you go inside of it, it's just going to be a metal building with all the windows and doors. And it's just going to be open inside. There won't be any rooms or anything in there yet. Yeah, we do. All the t-shirts we do too are hand-drawn art. If that makes any difference or not, I don't know. We got a bunch of hippies up there drawing that stuff for us. You know what I found also is I'm trying to make these brand deals with somebody, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never made a deal with anybody, so I don't even know what I'm doing, or I don't even know what to ask for. You know what I mean? It's one of those deals where you're just kind of humble and somebody sends you something and you feel like you owe them something. But anyways, one of these days, if I ever do, I mean, we average, I always say this on my lives in case somebody's on here, but our average per month is right at or over 100 million views. And that's in the top 0.1%. So we're doing something right. But what I think is all these places send stuff to smaller creators. Smaller creators think that they're going to get a deal, and they send it to, instead of paying one big creator, they send, like, let's say Boots or whatever, to top 1%. Yeah, I think it's actually even further in than that. What was I saying? Oh, like the Boots, they send them to a whole bunch of small creators, so they don't pay them. They just send them a pair of boots, so they can get their product put out there for whatever the cost of them making the product is, which is basically nothing. And they're hoping for a brand deal. But I can tell you, like, if I post like those Brunt boots I did the other day, they sent me those. They sent me some pants. They sent me some stuff. But like, even if you put the link on there and you sell a couple pairs, even with the amount of views I have, like, people won't buy them through my link. They'll see them and go to their page and buy them. I haven't even done it, actually, so, whoa, hey, what are you doing? Just put that thing down. Let me ram you. Okay, let me set this down. Man, you're wild today. You must have got some sleep last night. So anyways, that's kind of how that goes. TikTok, where I started, and I'm trying to get this in the frame here. Sorry guys, I know y'all are about to throw up. Let me give you a bath. Look at her teeth. That the camera pointing the wrong way. Not too bad. Good morning from Kentucky. So cute, Roo Roo wants to play. She always wants to play. Oh, she's gonna attack my jacket now. She's like, this smells like the guy I ram every day. What are you doing? No. You can see Rufus down there out in the pond. Well, she had her foot hung. She had one of her front feet hung up when she was being born during birth, and her mama got up and laid down about 3 or 4 times, and could not get her to go back down far enough to get that foot uncaught. Well, Rufus wouldn't let me get near him, but she finally laid down, and I stuck up there slowly. And they're born with both front feet like this, like Superman. What are you doing? She got her head in my sleeve. But they're born with both front feet like that with their head between, and then they come out. And this one foot was way over to the right side. I thought it was just barely hung, but I really had to push back on it and then get it over. And as soon as it slipped over, one little pull, one little push, and she came right out. But she bit me on the finger. I could see her nose. Her nose was trying to come out, and I took my finger and I went to scoop through her mouth. Man, she chomped down on my finger. Her little teeth are like razor blades. And I thought, okay, first time meeting you, you bit me. Oh, did you hear that? She just smoked the tree with her head. I'm afraid those stobs are gonna poke her. Better be easy. So on my red cedar trees, I leave the branches cut off. They're not sharp. They're pretty stubby. They're pretty blunt, but call Redford. He didn't have a phone. Here, let me try to call him. Hello, Redford. What you up to today, bud? I'm telling you, if I was squatted down right there, she would climb on my back, I bet. That's so funny. That jacket stinks. It hasn't been washed, I don't even know when. I just actually got it off the tractor and shook the spiders out of it because it was cool, that wind blowing. She's gonna get that thing. It's moving, I guess, is what's making her. She is so funny. Big Boss getting her hair done, but if she gets here before the house guys get here, we'll I don't know where Redford's at. He don't get too fired up unless the ranger's out here. There he is, right over there. I think everybody likes watching her. Redford, we'll do Redford in the evening. That's when he's fired up. would like to get a Rufus tattoo. I think that would be cool. I don't do real good with tattoos, though. Or maybe it was just the one I got. But, like, I mean, it did not look right. Like, it scabbed up and, like, everybody, it was, like, really bad. I thought my arm was going to rot off for a little while. They don't like the rubber balls. I probably have 10 of those things. And they will not touch them. You were talking about a cow having twins earlier. If a cow has twins, the female usually feeds them. Okay, so if it's a bull and a heifer, the heifer is usually sterile. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I couldn't remember that. Thank you for looking that up. Or unless you knew it. Tuna sassy, too. What are you doing, girl? Hey, FG6, you getting close, bud. You getting close. I just put him in timeout. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt one time. I normally don't. I hate being told what to do. You know, it's not too bad right now considering we had 40-mile-an-hour wind yesterday, which we don't really have a lot of wind here. Like, it's only windy for a month or so in the spring, off and on. Like, we don't get wind. What are you doing, girl? She's cracking me up getting this jacket. Maybe I found a way I don't get beat up, so. They're just like a kid. They have everything in their mouth. Look at that lip, though. It was not that color, was it? Nor was her nose. I don't know when her lip and her nose turned black. I feel like it was overnight. She licks everything I touch. She does have a pink tongue, though. Hi, girl. Hi, girly pop. I don't feel any ticks on you. I keep trying to figure out if she's gonna have horns. I really can't tell. I feel like I definitely could tell Ruth had horns within the first couple weeks. She may not. It's probably better off for everybody if she doesn't, honestly. Your mama's way over yonder. I was seeing where Rufus was. She is, so if compared to Rhonda, she is about half as soft as Rhonda. Maybe more than half. But like, Rhonda up here is like super soft, but I feel like the way Rhonda feels right here and on her neck. But she's not as soft as, I mean, she's so soft. Like compared to Rufus or Roxanne, super soft. Rhonda is way softer than the other cows. She's pretty dang soft. Right up here, you can kind of see that dark red, kind of like Rufus has those spots on him. She's got some too. I thought they needed to be brushed out at first, but I can see a big red spot right down through here. But she's super soft. Like she's softer than Roxanne was at her age. She feels like Ralph feels soft too. That's that same blood. I'd like to go pet Rhonda some, but I don't want to get run over. Let me get my jacket again. That's what she does everywhere I go. Yeah, they got real buck teeth. They don't have teeth on the top. They just have teeth on the bottom and the front. Now, if you get your fingers back here, you're gonna get crushed like a vice, like big time molars, top and bottom. But you really got to stick your hand in there to get into those. The roof of their mouth is like the tread on a Goodyear tire. And if they get your finger between those bottom teeth and the roof of their mouth, it is very grippy. It looks like tread, actually. I don't know if she'll show it to us or not. But it's got it's kind of a V shape. It's kind of like your mouth is and the roof of your mouth. So it hangs on to stuff. So if they get your finger, Rufus used to be the worst about biting you. I'll try to put this back in here without hanging up on you guys while I'm getting rammed by her. Made sure to like some of that lazy bastard. Well played. We're at 35,000 people. I love that so many people just like to watch without me having to be doing a lot of crazy stuff. And we can talk. I'm just gonna get my jacket again. I don't know for sure if she's gonna have horns. I feel buttons, I feel like, but I can't. She should. Like, there's a way better chance of her having horns than not having horns. Like 99% chance of her having horns. Like her dad has scurs, her mama has horns. She should definitely have horns. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. They're very, very well taken care of. Me and Paisley said a long time ago. What we make on these guys goes to them. Look at old Roxanne. She's just swelled up. Roxanne's slicking off now. Roxanne don't get enough appreciation. I'll be honest with you. I would rather, if I had to pick, I would rather something happen to Rufus than Roxanne. I don't know which one will go first one of these days. But if something happens to Roxanne, I don't know what Rufus will do. I really don't. Like, he has to be where Roxanne is all the time. I'm trying to get you over the wind. It's not blowing too bad. This will be her third calf. All girls. Rufus has only had girls. Yeah, Roxanne, look, she just flopped down back there. She's like, I like it when she's just doing something and all of a sudden it just flops over. Roxanne does not like Roo Roo. Simply Cheese. Do you ever imagine teaching 1,000 people about your own beautiful life? No, actually, I never imagined a lot of things that's happened to me in life. You know what I mean? That's why I try to teach my kids. I'm like, listen, so many people get bummed out over certain things happen to them in life. And looking back, like I've gone down so many different roads, from marriages to jobs to farming to traveling full time to for work. Like I never ever thought I would travel and be flying in airplanes. You know, I think I spent last year I spent 140 or 150 hours in an airplane. So to think about, I know that may not be a crazy lot, but to me, that hated flying years ago, actually terrified of flying years ago, and now I can get on the plane and go anywhere. I know every airport inside and out, and I can go anywhere. I can tell you how long. I can tell you the flight schedules. I can tell you how long you're going to be at each place. And coming from, I grew up in a bed, had a pretty sheltered life. To this, so you never know. That's what I tell my kids. I'm like, do you think I thought I would be doing this? Do you think I thought I'd be doing that? Like, you don't know what you're going to end up doing. Yeah, I've been trying to hold off on too much spray with her because she's could be last. So I messed right here. And hey girl, I know you're pregnant. Let me turn this around. I'll see if I can read this at the same time. We'll look at her. Otherwise, I can't see a damn thing out of this thing. She's getting big, and the grass has turned green. There's one freaking horsefly. I hate to swat it too bad. Roxanne, I don't know if y'all can see the scars, but she got attacked by a dog. Turn this a little more. I don't know if y'all can see these scars or not, but she got attacked by a dog when she was a baby. Yeah, her ears ripped in half. This one is too. And she, this was Paisley's first calf. Anyways, it cost me about $1 bajillion to get her fixed up. And I didn't know one thing. I didn't know something about cows when this happened, and I've been around them my whole life. But I didn't know that they have to breathe out of their nose. They have to be able to breathe out of their nose. Well, her nose swelled up so big, it looked like a plastic bag right here. And yeah, the vet was really concerned with her nose popping off. It could pop off her face. And she couldn't breathe out of it because it was swelled shut completely. And we had to put these plastic tubes up in it. And they basically opened up her airway here. And you know, when I first got her, she wouldn't let me touch her. And then the dog also got, she got a giant scar on the roof of her mouth. It ripped a big hunk of the meat out of the roof of her mouth. Anyways, yeah, I know. But we got her fixed up, her nose straightened up, and here she is. But she was Rufus was a fraidy cat. We actually called Rufus the crybaby, believe it or not. His nickname was the crybaby because he's out on this giant place by himself. It seemed so big when it was brushy. He would get lost in the weeds, and Roxanne, she'd just go on. But he followed her everywhere. But he was always whining. You'd always hear him, murr, murr, murr. Somebody'd have to go get Rufus if he got lost, if he got separated from her. So now, to this day, he does not let her get very far from him, at least where he can see her. And wherever she goes, he goes. So if she happens to get out and he can't figure out where the gate is, he just goes through the fence. If she goes through the gate and then he can't figure it out. She's gotten big. She's gotten a lot bigger. Roxanne is actually, she's actually my favorite out of everybody, just because we had a lot of time spent together. She had my first baby. She was my baby's first baby. Me and Paisley spent days and weeks with her trying to get to see this baby being born. Her first calf, our first calf. So it was such a big deal when Roxanne had her baby. And when it came out, it was about the size of a jackrabbit, and it couldn't even reach her udder. The fly spray's over there, but it's gonna rain like a sumbitch tonight. She's prego, and she's laying in a bunch of shit anyways. I don't see any around her eyes hardly at all. And I just don't like putting a lot of shit on them until I absolutely have to. What you want to look for, there's going to be flies on them no matter what you do. I don't care what you do. There's going to be some flies on them. But if you see water, tear coming down their eyes at all, then you're late. Like, there'll be flies on their face, there'll be flies on them. If you see them really swatting, the biggest telltale sign is where she's at. If she's laying out here in the open, the flies are not bothering her. If you come out here and they're over there in a brush pile in the woods and you can't see nothing but their legs because they're up in the brush so tight so the flies can't get on them, then there's a problem. There's lots of signs, there's problems, you know what I mean? Flies will work your cows around. If they get too many flies on them, they'll work them around. They'll lose a bunch of weight. There's a little wolf fly. It's the worst one. So cows, their leathers, their hide is super thick. Hell, it's like that thick. So there's not much that gets them, but there's a wolf fly. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know the actual name of it. That's what we always called them. But right at the hairline of their hoof, there's a fly, and it will lay larvae right there. That will hatch, and that's the only opening to get in underneath their skin. It has to be right there. Now, it's not a horse fly, it's a wolf fly. It lays a little larva right there, and it's the worst thing ever. And that larva will go all the way up, and it will come out right up here on top of their back. It will come out. You have a great day. But Roxanne, the wolf flies won't land on them anywhere else besides right there. And if you see all of them running for no reason, warble, yeah, that one too. That one's more on horses, I think. But if you see them all running like crazy out here in the field, watch her. She does not like this baby. See? Roxanne is the mean ant. Yeah, I think that's what it is. There's so old timers will teach you so many different things that aren't necessarily the right vocabulary, but you just know that that's what it does, and it's bad. But if you see cows running, you see them out here running across the field, and they look like something's chasing them. It's those flies. There'll be one or two of them. And a smart cow like Roxanne, she goes down there and stands in ankle deep water until the fly leaves her alone. She'll go down there and she'll be hurt, so they won't land on them anywhere besides their feet. So Roxanne will take everybody to the pond, run out in the pond, and they'll just stand there until that sucker goes away. Then it can't get in their skin. We called them a wolf fly, but I said I didn't think that was right, but that's what we called them. They really don't. There's a knit fly. There's a bot fly. There's so many. There's horse flies, of course. There's the big ones, the little ones. There's the horn flies. The horn flies come out of their poop, and you can actually give them a mineral, and it's an insecticide both, and it kills all those flies that are in the poop in the field, so they don't hatch. Now, horn flies, they suck blood, but they look like a house fly, but they're real pointy like a fighter jet. And now they'll actually suck a cow. There'll be so many on her. I don't know if you ever get them bad. There'll be so many on her. I've never had them bad, but I've seen them on cows, and they'll actually cause a cow to lose weight. That's how much blood they suck out of them. And they work the cow around. The cow can't get comfortable, so the cow's up, moving around, trying to get them off, rubbing stuff all the time. The more energy they expend, they lose weight. From Australia, hey. Viv Sellers. I do too. If it was as simple as a housefly, it's easy to get rid of. Vet calls for cows are actually pretty cheap. Way cheaper than a dog. Livestock is different than a dog. You've got pets and then you got livestock. Two different categories. I don't necessarily, like, you can't just go out and put your dog down yourself, really, but you can come out and take a cow, put it down, eat it, whatever you want to do. Dog stuff like that's a whole different situation. It's kind of a touchy subject. So livestock is just different. Warble flies. Yeah, I think that's it actually. Maybe that's where the wolf warble. I've never heard of that. How far are you from Cabot Gap? I'm not sure. You're welcome. Actually, cow brain slow, pet brain fast. Actually, I've done a lot of research because you guys have made me on animals, and I want to know the right answers. But believe it or not, out of pretty much all the animals like you'll find, a cow is the closest with a canine in the way they think, their thought process. They're not treat dependent, they're not food dependent. They actually remember you. They'll come look for you. They're excited to see you. Like they say that a cow, and now I always thought differently. I always thought food dependent, treat dependent was the reason they would come to meet you. But if you look it up, which I did from several different sites, their brain works more like a dog, like a canine, like an actual dog, a cow, not like the original wild bovine, but the actual domestic. She would be a domestic cow. Yeah, they will. So, I have dogs, I have chickens, I have horses, I have, I don't even know, I have a potbelly pig, I have, yeah, thank you, Karen. I know, I mentioned I traveled a lot. So when I was traveling and I'd leave, I normally would be back in 3 days. So I would only leave on a Tuesday to Thursday, or at least 3 days. It took me a day, three days, sometimes four. But occasionally I'd have to be gone for a week, 5 or 6 days. And before I had really good fences, Roxanne, after 4 days, no matter what was going on, she would leave. She would find a hole, she would tear through a fence, and she would take Rufus, and they would be gone. And I swear they were coming to find me. Like every freaking time I go on vacation, anything like that, she would get out, she'd be gone. And I'd have to call everybody in the country to come find them and get them back in. I honestly think so. No, I'm trying to cut back on horses. Horses, I love horses, don't get me wrong, but they're a money pit, a money pit. Like they are the ultimate money pit. And here's like you see this grass, you see how the grass is like that tall. If I put all three of my horses in this 20 acres here with Rufus and them, they'll starve these cows to death. Horses have teeth on the top and the bottom, and they can pinch that grass off. Cows only have teeth on the bottom. They have to take their tongue and wrap up and then pull that grass up. That's how they eat. You'll look out there and it'll be green, and you'll say, oh yeah, there's plenty of grass. Cows are out there walking around, and they'll start losing weight when you put horses with them. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try to record on my way back, but there's a new farm, and I can tell it's people that's moved in from the city. I can just tell. And they've got about 6 horses, and they've got about 7. It looks like bred heifers, and the poor heifers are starving to death because the field is just glowing green. But the horses have eat it down short, and the cows or the heifers they can't find nothing to eat out there. I've thought about stopping, and I was gonna check on them in a day or two, but the poor old heifers are just skin and bones. Yeah, if I take you guys over to my horse pen right now, that explains why your grass is green. I do a lot of fertilizing on this side. That's another thing that costs you a lot of money. Well, hell, they just don't know any better. Their cows are losing weight, and they don't know that you can't run. So a horse will eat what? Three? That stupid horsefly. I got in trouble for killing one alive. But anyways, they just don't know any better. They put those horses with their cows, and then they starve their cows. Yeah, I've got some spray over there. For horseflies, nothing works for horseflies. Horseflies, ain't much that works. A real strong oil base, fly spray, but a horsefly will lay in there. They don't really care. Yeah, I've been watching them, and they're feeding their cows grain. I seen them put some hay out. But they don't understand enough either to know that the hay, the horses are keeping the cows brushed back off the hay. Also, you got to feed them in 2 or 3 spots if you're going to run your horses with your cows. Um, I haven't seen anybody outside, but I will. It's really a sensitive subject to tell somebody how to raise their livestock. But yeah, I mean they're not in a dire situation, but rescue farming kind of content is very important to people paying attention. Yeah, anything works this time of year. I can spray her with fly spray. I can soak her down and she won't have a fly on her. But we got a big rain coming tonight, and I hate to treat them and then the rain wash it off, and then treat them again and then rain wash it off. So you want to pick your windows. It's supposed to be cold again too. The sooner you start treating them, the flies get immune to it, and then by the end of the summer, you won't find any products that'll work. So the longer you can go, as long as you're not seeing the cows bother them or the flies bother them, the longer you can go, the better. It's early. They stand wherever they want to stand. They've got a little barn up here. They've got overhang down here. They've got these trees. It's hard to say. Like, Rufus loves to stand out in the rain. Loves it. Rufus also loves when it's super cold, which is weird. I put Roxanne in the barn, locked her in when she was having her first calf. And I didn't want Rufus in there because I was afraid he'd step on it. You grew up in Yell County. The last speeding ticket I got was in Yell County. Yellville. Wait, is that Yellville? Let's see here. Hi from Butch's mama. Butch's mama. That's for the Rufus cream pie. Wait, I missed something. Living live. Thank you. In Arkansas. That is. You're in Arkansas too? Thank you, Dana. Who's from Arkansas here? Do you think people that hate me? There's not very many people that don't like me, actually. I try to help everybody and get along with everybody, but do you think people, my haters, like, are watching right now? That's what I always want to think about. Yep, Ralph has been fixed. Yeah, dragonflies are. Yes, definitely. If they're lazy, maybe. We're not lazy. We're all. What are y'all doing right now? Let me hear what y'all are doing. Wait, what are, if you don't mind, could you give us a brief description of your occupation? Let's see what everybody's occupation is. We'll see how we'll do during a zombie apocalypse with everybody. We got 949 people. Occupations. Brief. And don't just say gynecologist. Retired. Well, I didn't know that. IT. Okay. Retired. We got a lot of retired people, business owner, retired software developer, gas station, stay-at-home mom. That's the hardest job here. Nurse is a hard one too. Retired. We need nurses. We need inventor, mom. Terrible jobs. Those are the mom and the stay-at-home mom. Terrible job. Appreciate you guys. Taxi driver, architect. I deal with a lot of architects. Dogs trainer, retired. On 2 websites. One of the magazine. Oil and gas. Listen, we got a lot of retired people we're gonna have to take care of, guys. If we have a zombie apocalypse in here right now. Work. And the size of car parts. Well, that's pretty cool. Printing press operator, retired. Nevada Tahoe. PE teacher. Man, that's the best job going right there. I used to love PE. Chief. Child wrangler. Oh no, daycare. Work rider, long break. HVAC design for naval vessels. I actually have all my EPA and HVAC. I've been certified in pretty much everything but a Navy vessel. Haven't worked in a decade. My husband rocks. Hell yeah. Track poachers. Oh shit. Where at? What state? Hillbilly. Retired. Hang on, I get caught up here. Retired cook. Soon to be grandmother. Marine vet, thank you for your service. Ark, Oklahoma, Missouri. Oh shit. We're gonna have to keep our eye on you. What, you track poachers? Is that what you said you did? Now I'm curious right now. Hillbilly. So are you with the game and fish? Because, okay. Because I got a harassing wildlife a few years ago. And they caught me from an airplane. Now, I was merely examining the deer, let's say, making sure everybody was okay. But I was subcontracted. I was just like looking at the deer. There was no ill intentions. You shine a spotlight at them for too long of a period of time. Yeah, no, it was a long story. They can really see spotlights from the air, though. Keep that in mind, guys. Well, you can hog hunt year-round in Arkansas and on your own place. Man, I'll tell you what. The old GW was sick of my shit. Okay, back when I was younger, I used to do all kinds of weird stuff. You know how you know that is. You don't have haters. Oh, I do. I've got ex-wives. I got haters, I can assure you. what I love is anybody that knows my ex-wives, or my ex-wives, anybody that associated them with me, ask them, have you seen Brent? Have you seen Brent online? Have you seen? Well, they don't follow me or anything, of course, which I know they do. For larger operators, it was a bigger problem. Not really small time. I know it was a small time. I was a small time problem. They caught some guys out here a few years ago. They had like 45. Russellville, man, I used to go to Las Vegas all the time, go drag racing down at Centerville. We built race cars for years. I will be down there again before long. Give me about a year or two and I'll have another hot rod. I sold one hot rod per child of mine that was born to pay for the birthing. So if I live long enough, I'll build another one. Drag racing, we didn't do the circle track. We weren't dirt hoppers. Wind's coming up now. Here in Russellville, you gotta go to the drag strip over there, man. I love that track. It's back in the boonies back there. It was always nice and cool down there. No drag race, we weren't. You gotta pick one or the other. Nancy, you have a great day too. I'm about to jump off here too. We've been on here a couple hours now. My grandma loved the race people. I built several cars back in the day. Disabled by a drunk driver, damn. Central Illinois. I used to do some pitting with some guys that were. I like to go watch sprint cars. Brent, who's your favorite cowboy? I don't know that I have a cowboy that's my favorite in a very heterosexual way. Like bull rider. We talking about there's a difference between cowboys and bull riders and rodeo guys. Like that's all different deal. There's cowboys that don't know nothing about a cow. There's bull riders that don't know nothing about cows. I don't know what I would be called. I'm just seasoned. I'm like a crouton. I'm kind of hard to stab, but you know, everybody wants a bite. You know what I'm saying? I go with everything. Man, I have nothing but respect for those guys that ride bulls. They're crazy. They're crazy. Those bulls. That is a people that don't know. Those bulls are not Rufus. Those things. They are not. I saw that one the other day. One thing that's terrible about guys is remembering names. I cannot remember names to save my life. But the bull that broke his back leg the other day, they had to put him down. That sucked, man. I do watch a lot of bull riding. Yeah, don't miss out on us. I try the clay days. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, he was a good one too. Yeah, he was a good one. Landed wrong. Can I imagine riding? When I was a kid, we got on bulls. No, there's a difference between riding a bull and riding one of those bulls. Okay, like Redford, I'm not even sure if he'd buck or not. I'm not sure if Rufus would buck or not. Like they're the guy that I got Rhonda from, he actually raises bucking bulls, and he said he'd never seen a Hereford as limber and as agile as Rufus ever. And I thought Rufus was a little bit. Now, they rate those bulls on how far their back legs, like how far the hind end comes off the ground, those back legs. So when you see a bull with coming way up, you know, like that, that is what they're looking for. Yeah, there was one on there. It looked like Rufus. Rufus is laying down there. It's nap time for them guys. Rhonda's laying right in front of Rufus. You can see her head right over top of his back. I'd walk down there, but I don't want anybody to get up. I got them this morning. First thing, her and Paisley were whispering, and I pulled up my phone and I said, "Oh shit, Redford's in with Rufus." And acted like I was running to the door, and it screwed up their joke. And they're like, "What? No!" And I said, "April Fools," and they were in the middle of playing their joke on me. And that was from the hip, baby. Them girls, they ain't got nothing on me. I say that they do evil shit to me, man. Like their jokes aren't even funny. It's like, you know, like Amanda told me, the game warden, she knew I hadn't checked that deer in, but she checked it in because she has my Game and Fish app on her phone, and she said the game warden comes by my house every day. Anyways, I got a pretty good buck this year. And I was trying to check it in, and my app froze up. I was dicking around with it, then I forgot. She knew I forgot. She checked it in. And then she tells me, I was in the bathtub, she came and told me, "The game warden's here, I let him in the garage." Well, that's where the deer head was, in the freezer. I'm watching for work because I'm really busy. What do you do for a living? What if somebody sees your comment, bruh? Yeah, so she knew my app was frozen, and I was like, "You go check the deer in." Like, what? I felt like I had been betrayed on every level. Look, she can go mess with Rufus. She's gonna go check on her mama. I don't think I'll get service right there. We can zoom some. Rufus looks like one of those walruses when he's laying down. What are those things called? The big one. Oh, the elephant seal or something. My husband was not a game warden. Fish. That's actually what I went to school for, was to be a game warden. Right out of high school. It's beautiful this time of year, that's for sure. Thank you. That's my Rufus and Redford separation fence there. 2 hot wires, 6 wires, and Rufus tore it down right where he's laying, and then 2 more spots down there. Yeah, I wanted to be a game warden, and the problem with it was, I figured out, is that these local areas, like where I wanted to be up here in northwest Arkansas, those positions stay occupied. They're just waiting. There's a list of people that ain't me waiting on them. And they had some positions down in the national forest, like way down South Arkansas and different places. And I was like, oh man. Yeah, it's supposed to rain today. Hopefully this evening. We got the house builder coming today. And we're going to look over these two spots. We're not flatlanders. How big a herd do you want? Well, that's one reason why I wish Rhonda would wait a little while, but I'm gonna build. So this fence right here is from down there. It goes all the way to the bottom of the mountain to up here at the top. Then it turns and goes all the way back over in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a cross fence below this pond back here to this fence that's way back over here. And then I'm gonna take a dozer and I'm gonna make me another pond down there. So there'll be water on this side, be water on that lower side. And I'll build a cross fence there. And then I'm gonna have that field for, if I get another bull, I want and then I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna take a fence from down there by my hunting shack that's gonna go across all the way up to the top of that mountain over there. Each one of these sections of fence is about $10,000, maybe $12,000 worth of fence. So I need one there, I need one there, and then I'm gonna build, baby name suggestions, Rain. Hey, that's not bad actually. Jenny beans, that's not bad. And then I'm gonna build a lane here that'll take everybody to my barn separately. I'm gonna have to build another fence out from that fence that I can still brush hog and make it so that I can take each field will have a lane where I can get everybody to the barn at different times without getting everybody together. I may have to use my road. What I end up doing is just making a lane out of my road and then having this one to where I can put them over there and they can go to that big barn. Anyways, that's my plan. There's a lot of work between there and now, but never been afraid of it. The guys, it's expensive when you don't sell any of your animals, when you're relying on these web pages, stuff like that, these platforms, to pay so much for ads, stuff like that. It is expensive. Well, this will tell you, I feed the horses about 10 pounds of grain in a round bale. So 3 days ago, I put out 70, what is that, 140, was that 220? I put out $220 worth of round bales. They've got about a quarter of each one of those left. And then I feed 10, 20, 30. It costs $30 a day for grain. So if that tells you anything. And then I put on $800 of fertilizer on this field. I put $700 on that field last week. Let's see what else. Oh, I put on about 1,000 over. See all that green fuzzy grass? All this green grass that's all to hold the dirt all the way up through there. put on $1,000 worth of ryegrass, fescue, and orchard grass seed. And I did a lot of the spots over there. Yeah, my point finger. So I don't even know how much that was. But I spend money until Big Boss says stop for the month. Stop. Usually she says stop before everything is cleared. And then there's more stuff that clears, and I'm like, no, I stop. And he says stop. Where's that old boy at that was crying earlier? Because somebody come see us. Hopefully he jumped off here now that Redford's up here. Redford, what you pouting about? We're going to come see you this evening. What you being so crazy for? Look, I see a leather glove under him and part of a tape measure. That's where the Ranger got rolled at. There's my cheater pipe I've been looking for, actually. What you doing, bub? You know what? Y'all just hang on a second right there. He's not sad. Believe me, he's got 3 girls over there. He's trying to knock up one of them every day. All he does is eat hay, lay around, yell at me. He has 3 wives. Pretty damn good job. Pretty good. Hey, who here is living worse than Redford? Me, I'll hold my hand up first. Hang on, let me get the fly spray. Y'all hang on. Also, I don't want anybody to think that I'm poor mouthing, but I'm just trying to tell everybody that's watching what it actually cost to do all this stuff. I'm not trying to make anybody feel sorry for me, anybody to send me anything. I'm just letting everybody know what it cost. Does that make sense? That's like my well. Normally you wouldn't share that information, but I'm gonna tell them what everything is gonna cost in this whole thing, so y'all will know what it cost. Does that make sense? I feel like I feel like there's no way around that. Like, I don't like to say what things cost, but we're trying to do a semi-reality. Actually, it's about as real as you can get, honestly. Try to get down here where this doesn't blow up my face. Yeah, we got too far. That gets y'all. Y'all probably do fly spray anyway, some of you. Turn around so I can get to the other side. We try to go live I'm trying to go live every 2 days, but it's just depending on weather. So like today it wasn't bad this morning. Hey, come on, man. I figured I'd go on live today so that we could actually hear Yeah, it depends on which fly it is. There's so many different kinds of flies that right now these flies aren't the horn flies. They're just flies. They're not bothering him. He's not even running his tail. Like if you see that tail going, that's when they're bothering him. These flies are just regular flies. Now, it won't be long. Got some on his nose. Actually, Amanda has 3 or 4 jugs of that stuff she's gonna put on them. We're waiting for the. Yeah, I think he would actually buck. I think he'd buck. Now maybe he'll turn around. Tell me that son of a bitch ain't got some tough hooves. I don't know if y'all can tell how steep this is, but something like that. About right there is the actual ankle he's on. There, right there. He's standing like, this whole place is tilted like a son of a bitch. Come here, Redford. Come here, turn around. I know that other side of you is covered. You'll drive the flies to one side of him. But you see that tail? His tail's not moving. They're not bothering him. I don't see anybody's tail. I don't see any of their tails. There's lots of signs that shit's bothering them just because there's flies on them. I know we hate to see flies on them, but when you're working with animals, you'll know the signs that shit's bothering them. Was Redford crazy as a baby? Actually, he was not. He played with Rufus all the time. Like he stayed with Roxanne for the first year, like right with her, and then he started attacking Rufus just nonstop. There we go. Now we'll see. Look at this side. I guarantee there's flies on it. Not too bad. Got a break in the wind. Guess that electric fence right there. One thing about that breed, they Rhonda and Redford, they will not have as many flies on them as the rest of them. He's grown. I mean, he'll put on another 50 to 100 pounds a year. But he's grown. He's probably, I don't know. I'd say I'm always looking at these things, and it's so hard to guess. But I'd say he's over 1,700. I would say he's probably closer to 18. He's thick. The problem is you put him up there beside Rufus, and Rufus has 1,000 pounds on him. So he makes everybody look small. Well, I'm gonna call it a day, guys. I'm gonna move some dirt for a little while. See all my white sand? That's from my well. That's all the way up there on top of the mountain. They hit white sand at 400 feet. And yeah, there is. See, what happens is it's buried. Those videos get buried, and if I try to repost content of Rufus as a baby, I get it's called unoriginal content, and I get in trouble. Look at how much white sand come out of the ground. That came out of my well up there at the top. That's crazy. I did not realize it ran down this far. So yeah, we got water now. We got everything. We don't have a pump yet, but that is a lot. It is cool. It was so snow white. Thank God we hit water. I didn't even tell the big boss how big of a deal it was, because you can drill a hole, you don't hit water. You know, that hole up there without even a pump in it is just a little shy of $18,000. That's what that well cost. So you can have a hole that's dry for the same money. If you don't hit water, they charge the same money. You pick the spot, they drill, and yeah, so that's not even the pump. The pump, the water line, and the electricity, and the wire, everything that goes to the bottom. Probably another 5 or 6. Generally, we don't have wells that deep right in this area. There's not any water. It's down deep. Matter of fact, my neighbor's well is 1,200 feet. So I'm half the depth, and I got more than enough water to run it. Yeah, I'm gonna put everything in the garage. I'm gonna put floor drains in the garage in case there's any leaks or anything, and then I got all kinds of good ideas. I can't believe they left some grain in there. That's weird. They're not hungry. They'd rather chase that green grass. You won't see that often. You won't see cows leave sweet feed in a trough often. You'll have a great day. And try to get something done today. I don't know what it'd be. Do something important. Call somebody a lazy bastard. Tell them it's from Rufus. See you guys.